Alright, this is Gary back from, we're doing our first examination of the hives from the bush. This is Hive 2. And I'm probably going to do exactly the same thing as I did with Hive 1, is take this top box off because there's literally nothing in it. There's a few bees. That's about it. So I'm just going to take that off. We'll start looking for... Now I'm hoping we have a queen in this one. See that frame shifted over a little bit during the move. So let's start with it. A bit of nectar in it. That's about it. That's fireweed nectar that they've got in there. This one's a little heavier. It may have some honey in it they just haven't capped. Okay, set that aside. This one's full of honey. So I gotta judge what I can do with these girls. That's honey. That's honey. That's empty. These are all empty. Alright. Let's get that box off. Come on, get out of there. I might be leaving that honey in there for them for the winter. They seem to be much calmer than the first box, like Hive 3. Yeah, see, they've all shifted right over to the very edge. Let's put space them out again. Alright, yank that box. Yeah, these frames shifted too. Alright, so what do we got in here? Got some honey in it. I don't know, they might just let them finish capping that off. Just going to shift these back in this place. There is some honey in this box, so I'm just going to take it off. I'm more interested in the brood boxes. A little twist. Get that bird comb off there. I can already tell that one's really light. It does have nectar in it, but it's really light. Just nectar on one side. So this is going to tell the tale of whether we have a queen or not. You see they're starting to come up now. Well, there's some brood in here, but this is mostly... You see right down in there, this is mostly bee bread, which they'll need for the winter. Just a wee bit of brood left on that frame. And again, on this side, it's all, you see the sun, that's all bee bread. good for them to make it through the winter. Let me get that off there. So I haven't actually looked in these brood boxes for, well over a month, maybe longer. It's because they've been up in the bush and they haven't been accessible to do inspections on, so. I don't want to get you under my fingers, girl. I know. Yeah, and this is full of bee bread. So I'm going to go through here and try and aim that camera down a bit more. You see the population is really good still. So I'm going to go through here, I'm going to scrape off a bunch of this extra burr comb, get rid of the mite strips, and see if I can find the queen, make sure that she's laying, or at least find eggs. So I'll be back in a minute. So a quick update. I have found eggs in one of the frames. A lot of these middle frames are covered end to end with brood, so they're looking good, but I still want to check the bottom box and see what damage the robbing did, and so I'll be back in a minute. So we've got the same situation here. This bottom brood chamber is pretty much empty of food. There's some bee bread in there, but as far as honey goes, like, the frames are empty. There are a couple of frames of brood, and I did see fresh eggs. However, I did not see the queen, which is, of course, not unusual for me because I have a hard time seeing queens at the best of the time. So I'm going to remove this and show you the bottom board. Put that up there. Out. There are a lot of dead bees down here. So you can see all the dead bees. There's some that are still moving, but that's from the robbing. So instead of letting the bees do their job and clean them out, I'll just dump them on the ground, and the ones that survive, survive. The ones that don't, don't. Alright, so I'm going to reassemble this hive, and I'm going to let these girls settle down because they're still a bit lost from being up in the bush. So I'll be back soon with the other hive.